Hi guys, this is my makeup routine. I won't say it's necessarily my everyday makeup routine because I don't wear this every day, but when I am doing my makeup, 9 times out of 10, this is the makeup that I go to. Every single time I post on like TikTok or Instagram, me doing my makeup, this is it. I do the same makeup every single time that I do it, whether I'm going to dinner, out with friends, just like going to do anything in my life. Like it's always this makeup look. And this is just an in-depth tutorial with all of the products, how I do it, some little techniques, tips, tricks. I hope you guys like it, and let's get started. I wash my face always with the CeraVe cleanser, this exact one, the SA cleanser, the salicylic acid. And then I like to go in with a little bit of a glowy base. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow, and I put this all over. I was using the L'Oreal Gloomy Glotion, whatever it's called, but I ran out and my drugstore sold out, so I got this and I really like it. And then I take the same CeraVe moisturizer. I blend this in with my fingers. For the brows, I alternate between the Anastasia Brow Freeze and this NYX Brow Glue. Today, I'm going to use the NYX Brow Glue. This one does not leave any sort of sheen on your skin. Like, it doesn't make it shiny or anything like that. And I don't want that. So I pretty much just start by dispersing the product all the way through my brows. And then I back comb them. And then I do that one more time. And just brush everything up. It's kind of like your own little laminate. And then once they're like that, I just take the top of it and run it along like that and then down. It is important to know that my brows are microbladed, so they already have like a little bit of fullness to them. At this point, I got them done so long ago that like the little individual brush strokes are kind of gone. It's more so just like a tint that won't really go away. Cream contour. This is my fave. I love the e.l.f. Halo Glow contour, and I use the shade Light. And this goes on my forehead, a little bit here by the temple, on the cheekbones, down my nose, and under the chin. And if you want your neck to look slimmer, you contour right here actually, which is a good hack. I have all of my brushes and stuff linked on my ShopMy, and I will link that link down below. But my brushes honestly have not changed in years, and if they ever do, I will just update that ShopMy link, but I'll have them all linked down below. But this is an IT Cosmetics dual-sided brush. If they still make this, I'll make sure this is what's linked. Patting in the cream contour. And it's okay if it looks like a little crazy. I like to underpaint. So this is just like the beginnings of my makeup. Next is liquid blush. Honestly, it alternates between these two. This is the Patrick Ta blush in the shade She's Wanted. I really like this color. And then this is the Say in Peachy. I think I'm gonna go with Peachy today. It really just depends on vibes, what shade I pick. And I know if you are anything like me and you're a viewer, that really bothers you to hear me say that because you wanna know what it is I use every single day. It's one of those two, and it really just depends on the vibe that I'm feeling. Today, I can't really explain why, but this is the vibe. I put that higher on my cheekbones, and then I take a Morphe M530 brush. This is a natural haired brush. I don't know if it's actually natural hair, but it's the texture of a natural hair brush. And I just put that on and blend it in. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I love this stuff. This is in the shade Madeline. And I take this on a MAC 195 flat topped concealer brush. You can use any concealer brush. So I dip it in the pot and then I just disperse it like in the lid. So it just gets a little more thinned out. And I use this to carve out my brows. So I just go right underneath the brow and just give it a little bit of shape. This concealer shade matches my skin tone pretty well. So it's not like highlighting or anything, it just makes it really crisp. I feel like this just really elevates your makeup when you just want to look like, oh, I'm just an everyday natural girl, to like, I'm doing my makeup. All right, next. Skin tint. If you use a foundation, this is where you would do that. I just am preferring skin tint these days. So I use the Summer Fridays. I love this one so much. I also love the Say Slip Tint. These two are definitely my rotations. I don't even use foundation anymore. I just use skin tints. So I put it in the palm of my hand. And then I take the same brush that we used for the cream contour, and I disperse this in the palm of my hand. Now this is called priming your brush. What it's really doing is just getting the product really deeply into the bristles so that when you go to put it on your face, it just looks really natural. And that's what I want. I just want it to look like just a little light sheen over top of the makeup that I already put down. And because it's also a skin tint, it really just makes it super, super light. But if you need more coverage, this is where you would build that coverage. Next is concealer. I really like this Hourglass concealer, but you need to make sure that you set this concealer. Like, this is not a concealer that you would wear if you want like a super glowy, no set. This will actually be gone. So I put some there, up here. That was way too much. On that side, in my forehead, nose, and then underneath here. Concealer, I treat it as like reverse contouring. So I really am kind of strategic. So the way that I push it in around my eye is I use a flat topped brush like this. This like seriously makes huge changes when you use this for concealer. And I pat this around like this inner corner of my eye, and then I also push it up onto the sides of my nose so it begins to shrink the appearance of my nose. And then I kind of bring it down and then just bring it up into this triangle, like that 2016 makeup triangle that people try to get rid of. Yeah, I won't ever get rid of that. And then with this, I don't try to go out too much. I actually try to push it up into my eye and just sort of lift this like that way instead of out that way, if you guys can tell that difference. And then I just have super veiny eyelids, so I definitely set. Down here, I make this line and then drag it down. And if it ever gets too harsh, you just go back in with your brush and you can buff it out. But I like how that's looking, so I'm going to keep it. And then I connect it to this line right by my mouth. Really what you want to do with your concealer is begin to just marry all of your cream products. Concealer changes everything. Like, I know people love blush and bronzer, and so do I, but I really love what concealer does to the face. Moving right along to setting your under eyes. So this is the One Size translucent powder. Love this. I was trying this out because I normally use the Too Faced Ethereal setting powder. I ran out and I just wanted to try a different powder. So I've been trying this out and I really, really like it. So I take this on a Sigma F65 brush maybe, and I really just focus first on setting everything the concealer touched. So especially under the eyes, in this triangle is big. And again, this is translucent, so it's not adding any color or any brightness. I have some powders that do that and I strategically will use them, but for like my everyday, like what I carry around in my makeup bag, I don't carry those around. Okay, so just remember, anywhere that the concealer touched, we are setting with this brush. Okay, bronzer. I use two bronzers. The first one is Charlotte Tilbury. I think this is like Air Sculpt. I don't know. The back has come off of it because I've used this for so many years now. And I use the same Morphe brush, M530, but I have one for blush and one for bronzer. And this I just put everywhere that I put the cream bronzer in the beginning. And if you feel like this line was really harsh when you kind of carved it out with the concealer, this is where it'll begin to diffuse. Like your makeup will naturally start diffusing that. So this is almost like your transition shade of bronzer. Like when you do eye makeup, you normally have a transition shade in your crease. That's what this is for your face. So this is just kind of marrying everything together, transitioning, getting your face ready for some warmth. Because what I'm about to show you next, if we just used, we would look orange. And I also very messily just throw this down the sides of my nose. You guys will see that I don't really nose contour as much as I just put product like on my nose. Then I use MAC Give Me Sun, and I just hit this on the high points. And this really gives you like that nice sun-kissed glow. I really, really love this stuff. I say high points, but I'm actually just putting it everywhere. But I really love this stuff. This is really what gives you that warmth and bronze and glow. Makes my skin look healthy again. Moving on to blush. My like tried and true blush is this Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic in Pillow Talk, and it has a little illuminator in the center too. So I take this on a blush brush. This is from Sonia Kashuk, which this, if you guys have been around, like I've actually had this brush for 15 years now. I can't believe I'm old enough to have a brush for 15 years, but like it's just always with me and it's so soft. Anyway, I like to focus my blush really back here, like almost towards my eyebrows and like in my hairline. And then I just dust it down onto my apples, and I give a little smile as I do so, just so it's nice and soft around here. I don't like blush blindness on me. It just looks really bad and way too heavy on my face. So I find that just keeping my blush back here and just a little warmth and uplifting on my cheeks is what makes it just suits my face best. And then a little bit on my nose. People try to say highlighters out. I won't be one of those people anytime soon. So this is the MAC Soft and Gentle highlighter, again, so OG. And you guys can see like I have pan on a lot of these products because this is genuinely like my everyday, when I do my makeup, like this is what I do. And some days I will do less steps, some days I will do all of the steps, but it's always some variation of this, and 9 times out of 10 it's this exact routine. But I love highlight, and I love this one in particular. So I put this on my cheekbones, nose, right above my eyebrow. I just like that lifting effect. And this is with a Morphe brush. This is a M510. Now we do the eyebrows. So the microblading and the setting in place and the concealer helps already give like that look of nice full brows. But I like to just fill in a little bit more. So this is the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Soft Brown. I also really like the NYX brow pencils, but what I like to do with my eyebrows is underline the bottom and then just kind of fill in the gaps that I can see when I like kind of laid out my eyebrow hairs. And my eyebrows are very different. This one is a little bit more sparse than this one. So this one doesn't need much help, and I like how this one normally looks all the time. And then I just hit a little bit up in the front to fill that out. Okay, for real, this is where we lock in. If you are going to buy anything from this video, which the point of this video is not me to sell you on anything, but if you watch this and you're like, oh, I should get something from the video, let it be this. These are the Giorgio Armani liquid eyeshadows. I could not be more obsessed with these. They are so perfect. The shade that I use every single day without a doubt is 22M. I'll link it below, put it on the screen, I'll like put it everywhere. This stuff seriously is the best. But honorary mention to also shade 9S, which is like a little shimmery shade that sometimes I'll put on the center of my lid, not today. And then also to 10S, which is pretty much just like my shade that I use every single day, just a few tones darker, and it has shimmer in it. This is really nice for like the base of a smoky eye, or a one shade like you want to do a little something dark and sexy but you are afraid of eyeshadow. That's what this is for. But for every single day, this is I can't even explain how incredible this is. It's just a liquid eyeshadow, but you would have thought it like birthed my first child the way that I talk about it. I just put it on my eye. You can't put too much, you can't put too little, and you also can't do it wrong. So I put it on top and underneath. Then I take a MAC 217 and you blend this in. You don't even need a brush, you could use your finger, but I just like using brushes. And then you just blend this in. I have nothing else on this brush. I'm using no other product, and look at how seamless it just works. And then I blend it out underneath. And then I take a Morphe M532, which is just a fluffy brush. This is like a MAC 224, which mine broke a while ago. So this is my replacement, and it's literally the same brush. And there's nothing on this brush, and now I just diffuse out the harsh edges. And that's it. It's so simple. Seriously, like, it's the most foolproof makeup ever. Can't do it wrong, and it just gives such a great contour to the eye, and you don't even need to set it. It doesn't crease, which you would think, like, you know, it's a cream, I need to set it. Nope, you don't. It almost sets itself into like a powder consistency. Next, Benefit Cookie. You guys probably haven't seen me use this as a mirror like this whole time. I love this highlighter. I put this on my inner corner. Look at that. And underneath my brow bone. Look at that. Bam! I like to make my lash line look a little bit thicker. So I take the Too Faced Better Than Sex liquid eyeliner and I very lightly line my upper lash line. I just want my eyelashes to look a little bit thicker. I take a brown eyeliner. This is the Swede Beauty in Golden Beetle. Really like this. And I put this in my waterline, but I just kind of avoid my inner corner. Then with a flat topped eyeshadow brush, and I use the Makeup by Mario Nudes palette, but you can use anything. You could use your bronzer, anything that's darker. Take a brown. It's kind of just the luck of the draw of what I'm going to take. I think today I will do this one. And then you just set your waterline with that. And then I'm going to go in with this brown shade. Pop this underneath my eye in my waterline. Curl the eyelashes. And going with mascara, I am obsessed with brown mascara. I use the YSL Lash Clash. Brown mascara, number one, makes my blue eyes so freaking blue, but also it just is a lot softer overall on my face. I like to put some on my lower lashes just because it makes it a little sultry, a little sexy. And then I just take my finger and I dab like underneath my eyelashes so that it doesn't hit the skin below and give you like those little dots. All right, last but not least is lips. I will be honest, I don't have my exact lip routine with me. It's in a purse that I accidentally left at my boyfriend's house, but I will show you an alternate one that I really like, but my everyday lip combo is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Light Lip Liner, MAC's Blankety Lipstick, Patrick Ta Superficial Lip Gloss. That's like my everyday tried and true. This is pretty similar, just a little different. Okay, so I use Whirl Lip Liner from MAC. This is like everyone's fave. And when I line my lips, I just really focus on flattening out my Cupid's bow. And then I like the natural size of my lips, so I just flatten my Cupid's bow, which is really the only place that I overline. And then I just follow the natural shape of my lips. And fill in a little with the lip liner. Some of you guys aren't gonna like this, but it's what I do. I take a little bit of my concealer. I know, everyone's like, oh my God, concealer lips. I just pat it in the middle, and I'm wiping off my finger as I do this. And then you just go back in and you kind of just create a shade in the center of your lips that you like. And this is really just because I forgot Blankety, but this is like what Blankety would look like on me. Then I take a gloss. This is from Maybelline in the shade 002 Ice, and all over. Oh darn, of course I got makeup on my shirt. Let's just do my hair real quick. Thank you for watching. That is it. And like I said, everything is going to be linked down below. Every single product, every single brush, anything that you could possibly need will be linked down below. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that sort of stuff. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you much sooner than you think. Bye.